have to pee so bad. I have been holding. I have to pee so bad.
All right, one more time.
All right,
Ready?
one more time.
Yep.
Ready?
I know you're hungry. I know you're upset. I'm Joe Riccio, and welcome to Food Coma, My 70s Kitchen, brought to you from My 70s Kitchen. Today, once again, I am joined by Ashlee McCloskey. You may know her on Instagram as the Beer Mama, which makes me the Wine Papa, and that's just the way things are now. Whether you can handle that or not of concern. So we're continuing with our Maine theme, and we're kind of recreating iconic Maine dishes in the way that I want to, and that I think that Robert McCloskey would have wanted me to do. I keep bringing him up. I'm going to keep doing it.
Right.
So today, so if you're an actual Mainer, you probably rarely have like a steamed lobster dinner. Like, we don't do that. That's something that tourists do.
Yeah. Like
you're
talking about like in a restaurant, right?
Right.
Like
you don't the drawn butter, the clams, the potato.
The bib.
The bib. Oh, God, the bib. I should use the bib, but I don't because I'm not a tourist. And yeah, so we don't really go out for lobster.
Bibs
so I've always thought that lobster roll, that's always been my favorite way to enjoy lobster, is a lobster roll. So today we decided to combine the best of Maine and Hawaii and make some small lobster sandwiches. And don't use the S word because I'm not gonna tolerate that. There's just small lobster rolls. They're still in a roll, and they're still filled with.
It's not a slider.
Okay.
This episode is over.
It's done.
You said it.
I'm going home. I am home. It's the worst.
You are home.
Stuck in a bad dream. Thank you. Okay. So we're gonna start with the. Hopefully you're familiar with the King's Hawaiian sweet roll. These little things right here, I'll tell you, they're like a Parker House roll on steroids. Like they're
good.
They're so good with everything,
They're
right?
so delicious, and it doesn't matter what you do with it; it's still good.
And you might as well griddle them in KGB. I mean, Kerrygold butter is the best way.
I'm glad
you always want to
clarify that because I was like,
yeah, what? I'm still getting the word out there about that one. But Kerrygold butter is life. We're gonna griddle some little buns. We're gonna make little like. If White Castle were good style things. The lobster today comes from Sopo Seafood in South Portland. Matt Brown generously hooked us up with a bag of cooked lobster meat, so it takes that whole step out, which is good.
Nice.
I mean,
like who wants to like make a delicious lobster dish at home and then spend their whole afternoon picking out bits of lobster meat?
I mean, I will say not so bad as crab. As far as the aggravation.
Yes.
The one thing about getting fresh lobsters is you can't make lobster stock with a little cognac and butter or whatever. That's the one part, but it's not really worth it because then you make the stock and you're like, I'm going to use this, and you don't.
You don't.
So it's fine. While Ashlee deliberates over if the beer she chose is correct, even though it doesn't matter, I'm toasting the buns, and we're going to start drinking the beer she brought. Also from Allagash, this is the River Trip, which is reminiscent of Deliverance. How? Tell us how.
I don't know how.
You don't know how?
You're the only one who feels like it's
I just feel like there should be a banjo.
It's a Belgian-style session ale.
Okay.
But Joe wants there to be a banjo. Okay. Do you want to crack it and I'll make the sound while you crack? You ready?
It's like when I don't pack my tins of dip.
What are you doing?
There we go. All right, yes. So this is a session ale, which basically means that you're supposed to be able to drink a ton of them. And
technically, it means that it's 5% or less. Is the term that we would apply to any lower alcohol beer under 5% is session, even though 5% for some people is a ceiling. But this is just a very light, easy drinking beer, and you can pair it with pretty much anything. It's just delicate, but it has enough flavor to kind of lift up whatever you pair it with.
It's light, but it's not like Pilsner light.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's delicious. So I'm gonna check on the buns here, and I'm gonna have you mix the lobster salad. Now, you can go ahead and do that with this spoon. So again, we have a lobster salad from Sopo Seafood in South Portland.
I'm gonna use this spoon to get it.
Matt Brown. I'm gonna take these actually off the griddle. You don't need long with these King's Hawaiian rolls.
They look great. They already smell really good. I also taste tested this lobster already.
Yeah.
For you.
These are delicious.
I just took one for the team.
So what we're going to do, so with the lobster salad, we're using tarragon, we're going to use some lemon juice, and we're using Kewpie mayonnaise, which is a Japanese mayonnaise, more commonly shortened to Kewp, if you watch a lot of Manny Matheson. And it's delicious. I think Japanese use more egg yolks in the mayonnaise or something like that makes it richer. Can I clarify my off-screen? You fact-checking?
What?
Japanese mayonnaise is richer because they use more egg yolks.
Is that accurate?
Oh, we're gonna find out.
This is just yolk instead of
Okay,
egg.
Japanese mayonnaise, we've just confirmed, is so delicious because they only use the yolk, which is really the only.
It's the only part of the egg you should care about.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have Ashlee mix our lobster salad here. So
Okay.
this is my beer.
Yep, there you go.
No, that's my. Okay. Well, whatever. We're
Is it?
literally sitting.
mine?
Yes, your beer is directly in
I'm
front
sorry.
of you, Joseph.
Sorry.
Go outside. Walk it off.
Yeah, walk it off.
Right now.
Take a knee.
Take a knee.
I'm gonna take a knee on
Just
this
walk
one.
it out.
I'm just gonna take a knee. So I'm gonna Ashlee mix our lobster salad here. So, like I said, the luxury of having lobster meat already cooked and picked is really nice. We're gonna add the Kewpie mayo, the Japanese mayo. We're gonna add some tarragon and lemon juice, and then you can salt and pepper to taste. And I'm gonna trust you on that.
Just all to taste. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
There's lobster juice on your mayo. Like, how
You know
much
what?
mayo do we want? Like,
I think you gotta go as you can always add more. I think you go with that approach.
I think we should
So
start
mix
there.
it up, yeah.
Do we want all of this tarragon in there?
Yes, all that tarragon for sure.
Definitely all the tarragon.
And all the lemon juice. All the lemon juice.
And some salt?
Yep. Always add molten salt. Always be closing. And then we start mixing them. Yeah. So, I mean, lobster salad, obviously, it is what it is. You just kind of, it's mayo and lobster and whatever else you want to put in it. I think tarragon goes really well. And it's something that I generally am comfortable requesting in a place if it's the kind of place that would have tarragon.
Oh,
obviously.
No. Oh, darn.
Yeah, just keeps, The lobster's delicious.
Yeah, but the lobster's great. The tarragon is so nice with lobster, too.
That anise kind of flavor with it. I think maybe add a little more mayo. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never say no to something showered in Kewpie mayo.
Gotta Cupid.
Cupid.
There it is.
Is there such a thing as too much Kewpie mayo?
I mean,
To a
I
point.
don't. If you go like regular, ordinary Swedish mealtime on it and you just have shots of mayo, maybe. But
Sweet.
otherwise, I think we're okay. That looks delicious.
Putting my weight up doing shots of mayo.
Yeah, it's like people who chug maple syrup. They're the same kind of people.
Ugh.
They do spoonfuls
disgusting.
of mayo. They chug maple syrup. They like attention even more than we do. And they do things.
Is that possible?
And they somehow abuse themselves more than even you and I do. And I don't know how that is.
I don't believe that.
right.
Competitive eaters.
Oh, they're the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, can I take a moment to talk about competitive eating? I can't.
No.
No?
No.
I want to talk about it. It's gross.
I want to
Okay.
hear what you have to, because I think it's disgusting
People-
and I think it undermines the entire experience of eating.
And the worst thing is when people ask me, like, hey, do you want to compete in a wing eating contest?
No.
And I'm like, why would I compete in something that if I won, I would hate myself for it? Like, oh, here's a trophy. Why? Because you ate the most of all
Also,
the people.
like,
And
I eat large amounts of things and hate myself every day in regular
I
life.
don't need that as
I don't
a competition.
need that as a
And the worst
competition.
is people who dip like hot dog buns in water and whatnot, and they just like
It's so gross.
competitive
So
eating
gross.
is disgusting. I'm sorry if that's what you do. It's one of the few things that definitely induces my gag reflex. Just thinking about it, I don't prefer it. Unlike our Big Mac episode, it's plainly apparent which of these goes on which. So we've got our griddled King's Hawaiian. Do you want to go ahead and load the bottom buns?
Maybe we should have chopped it.
No.
No.
Nobody wants chopped lobster. You want like the whole...
I do like the whole
Yeah, and that's a piece of tail, right?
claw, tail. I mean,
The
there's
knuckle,
a massive amount of like
the lobster, the fighting,
giant, like-
fighting words.
the fighting words.
You get the lobster, you mess with the bull, you get the lobster knuckle. Like the old children's tale from the sea. So
You messed the bull.
you're going to get the
the lobster
knuckle.
knuckle?
Yeah, there it comes. Just
It
pucker
sounds
up.
like a bizarre euphemism. Pucker up for that lobster
Yeah,
knuckle.
that's the universe that I live in. So
No, get your hands up. This is
okay.
Some of these are like itty bitty, so I
Yeah,
have to delicately balance these luscious claws.
it is.
Try
I'm just,
not to like
you know,
touch it too much. I don't
It
want.
sucks that
people-
we don't have enough lobster.
I know. If only we had more,
Yeah.
or like
Well, should
you
we
know,
eat one of these? I want to eat one.
a better variety of pieces of lobster
I
to
don't know
choose
about
from
you.
in this bowl.
But I think it's time to eat the lobster S
I'm gonna eat
words.
one.
Yeah.
The lobster S words.
Yeah, look at these guys. This is
All right.
something I saw in my
gonna
dreams
eat
because, like Jiro dreams of sushi, Joe dreams of lobster S words, and here we go. Cheers.
Cheers. All right,
There we go.
I'm ready. Oh no!
Oh.
I already.
Awesome.
Oh no. Okay. Like a big fan of the tarragon in this.
So good, right? Fucking delicious.
Oh yeah.
It's not complicated. It's just delicious.
Also,
you know-
like King's Hawaiian rolls, you can put anything on.
Yeah, literally, there could be no lobster here, and we could just be eating buttered King's Hawaiian rolls and still be pretty happy.
I almost took that like strip. I
You
was thinking
can.
about
I
it.
have plenty. I have a
I
whole
was
backup.
thinking I could just eat the roll.
Yeah. The sweetness, the butter. It's almost like brioche with sugar added to it.
I think it's like a fluffy, sweet white bread,
Yeah.
and it just tastes good with everything and by itself.
It's definitely like, I would say guilty pleasure, but I don't feel guilty about those.
I don't feel guilty at all.
Not at all. If you're a Maine purist and you want to go someplace on the shore and get a fucking pickle on your lobster roll or whatever it is you do, just go do that. And you know what? We'll be fine here with our King's Hawaiian rolls and our lobster salad with Kewpie mayonnaise, tarragon, and lemon. And
Paired with
that's-
Allagash River Trip.
pair with Allagash River Trip because beer and lobster goes perfect. And I'm Joe Riccio,
I'm Ashlee McCloskey.
and this is Food Coma, my 70s kitchen.
If you want to see more, check out his OnlyFans. You're on.
If you like what you saw today, like and subscribe to my YouTube page at Joe Riccio. Also, check out our Patreon. It's patreon.com/foodcomapodcast. And